Man, these things just be popping like jalapeno poppers. Get it? Because they're jalapeno poppers. Action. Jalapeno poppers are on the docket tonight. My wife loves these. I try to make them whenever she wants them. Here's an opportunity for me to make a video and please my wife. 2 birds, 1 stone. We're going to do a side dish for you. Something really simple, really easy. Again, great party food. Also just great to have for snacking and things like that. For my wife, it's definitely a main dish. We're actually going to be doing 2 different kinds. We're going to be doing a lactose-free version. One that's friendly for those that are lactose intolerant, like my wife, and one for us normal folk that can eat whatever we want. First things first, you're going to want to brown up some sausage, some regular breakfast sausage. I use Jimmy Dean regular. Feel free to use the hot if you want some extra heat. These jalapeno poppers are actually not very hot because we're going to be taking the seeds and everything out. So if you want some heat, you got to introduce it through the sausage. Then you're going to get a couple blocks of cream cheese, and we're going to actually mix the sausage with the cream cheese. First things first for me actually is I'm going to be separating the sausage a little bit because again we're making 2 different versions. We're making a lactose free version, or I guess I should say lactose friendly version, so that my wife can enjoy. Okay, so we separated our sausage because the lady wants half. I'm fine with that. Lactose friendly version off to the side. Take your sausage, mix it with your cream cheese. Freeze! What we're going to do, I have the Yoda already preheated to 225 degrees. We're just going to stick it in there. Barbacoa juice. And let the cream cheese soften up because we're going to mix everything together. And it's also going to be able to catch some smoke while it's in there. While we're waiting for that, we're going to prep our jalapenos. Boom. We're just going to cut the tops off. And then we're going to cut them long ways in half, and then we're going to scoop everything out. Pro tip, wear gloves on your non-cutting hand when you're doing this. You'll get jalapeno oil on your fingers, touch your eye, and then your spouse is going to be throwing milk in your eyes for the next half hour. It's true. I learned the hard way. But I'll tell you this, that milk trick, like when you get pepper sprayed or whatever, actually works. Alright, we got all our tops off. Now, we're just cutting long ways right down the middle. Last one, boom. Now, we are going to take our spoon and we're going to just scrape everything out. I'll just scrape everything out onto here. This is the final product. You just want to scoop all of this gunk out because that's where all the spice is at. And not a lot of people enjoy ultra spicy food like your boy here. Okay, we're just going to town on these guys, trying to get these done quick because your boy is hungry. Another tip on these, it's better to get a bigger pepper. So my wife did a really good job at going down to the store and picking out monster jalapenos. If you get them too small, then you know, it's tough to put the filling in them. These essentially are going to act as boats for our cream cheese filling. And for the lactose friendly version, we're just essentially doing everything without cream cheese, and we're replacing the cream cheese with shredded goat cheese because my wife, goat cheese doesn't bother her like regular cheese does. If there's any side dishes that you want to see made on a smoker, comment below. Those not only help my channel and get some better exposure, but it gives me ideas on what I should create for you because I'm all in on this YouTube thing. We're here to stay, baby. Comment below. What do you want to see cooked? What do you want me to try? What do you want me to eat? And then any extra and leftovers I'll be giving away to the neighbors because that's how I make friends. I just give away food. Jalapenos have been cleaned out. Seeds and rinds are gone. We just have hollow shells at this point. So we're going to pull out the sausage and cream cheese. Now that it's softened up, we can mix it up. Now I actually over mixed my filling. Like I have a little bit too much filling here for the amount of jalapenos I'm using. That's because this keeps in the fridge pretty easy. So it's always good to have a little bit of extra of this mixture left over. It makes for good snacking later. My wife likes to have the kids dip like Ritz crackers in it. I lied. I dipped the Ritz crackers in it. I think it's good. Sausage and cream cheese. What's not to like? Sausage? Good. Cream cheese? Good. So you put that on a cracker, Good. Dad tax. A little more dad tax. Now that you have a mixture that's looking like this, we're going to start putting these into the jalapenos. Now again, we're going to save half of these jalapenos for our lactose-friendly version. Really simply, we're just going to take our mixture and just spread it into our jalapeno boat here. Now I like to have like a good heap on there, so there's a little bit of a mound going, because I find, my brother would agree with me, who's the master chef, the originator of this recipe, that if you just go straight across like that, there's not enough filling, too much jalapeno flavor, it's not as good. So get a nice little heap on there and just set it on your baking sheet. And you might get messy, it's okay. That's what we got mouths for, finger licking good. So here's a good example, chonkin jalapeno. Nice little overflowing action. I gotta flex my hand so I don't shake. Oh, I gotta flex at 50%. That's what I gotta do. Row, row, row your boat gently in my mouth. Merrily, 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 merrily. Life is but a dream. Okay, for reference, for those that don't want to have extra mix, if you're gonna do 5 jalapenos, 1 block of cream cheese, ½ pound sausage. If you do anything more than that, you do the math. That's what ChatGPT is for. We're gonna set this aside for now. Now, we're gonna set this off to the side, get our plate, cheese grater, and we have some goat cheese from our local grocery store called Smith's. This is called Drunken Goat. Just kidding, we're not gonna use this cheese grater. We should probably use a little bit bigger of a cheese grater to get the bigger shreds. While my wife is grabbing me that particular cheese grater, we're gonna chop off the wax on the edge, because who likes waxy cheese? Okay, so we're gonna use a box grater. We're gonna use the bigger side here, and we're just gonna start shredding. Goat cheese is a softer cheese, so you don't need a lot of pressure when you're doing it. As you can tell, I'm like barely even pushing, and I'm already plowing through a bunch of this cheese. Especially if you're cooking outside, the heat's gonna warm this up and soften it up pretty good. So now we have a pile of cheese here. This is even easier than doing the normal version. We're gonna get our plain sausage. Make sure there's no cream cheese in there. That's going to not be good for your lactose intolerant friends and family. We're going to just use our hands. We're gonna sprinkle the sausage into the boat, like so. When you brown your sausage, it's probably a good idea to make it extra like fine. Having large chunks is tough because they don't want to sit in the boat very well sometimes. Be sure to take some of that tax for your hard work. Okay, simple part. We're just going to arrange these a little more uniform, a little more presentable. We're going to take our goat cheese. We're just going to put a healthy helping on the top. They'll melt down and it'll make a nice gooey texture for your lactose intolerant friend or family member. And I'll tell you what, if you do have lactose intolerant folks in your life, this is a huge hit because they don't get to have that gooey texture very often with their food. It's something that they definitely miss. So this is a big hit amongst this community. That's all done. Okay, so we are almost there. We're gonna check the pellets, make sure we're good. I was running low. We still got some. We're still good. This block of cheese here is one of the greatest cheeses ever in the world. Now, Logan, what cheese is that? You might ask. Parmigiano Reggiano. Yeah. Okay, no, but for real. Last step, Parmesan cheese. Fine cheese grater. This is crucial. You want to do a fine grated cheese. And we're just going to go over the top. Feel like I'm working at Olive Garden. Say when, you know. Oh no, is there a snowstorm in the forecast? There's a blizzard. We call this a cheese blizzard. Fun fact, lactose intolerant folks can actually usually eat Parmesan cheese. There's actually a low lactose count, I guess I should say, in this particular cheese because it's a hard cheese. Hard cheeses are okay. And we've tested that with my wife, and she really doesn't have any problems with it. So, you can use the Parmesan cheese on all of it. Not a big deal at all. So here is kind of where we're at. Take a nice look at that. Does that look good? these little boats, little cruise ships for our porky friends. A little bit of tax. So here's the final product. Just goes in the smoker now. It's already preheated, ready to go. Again, we are running 225 degrees. Actually, I'm gonna drop that down. I'm gonna run it down to 200 degrees. We're gonna do a cold smoke. I just had this idea pop into my head. So you're seeing history made in real time. Dropped it down to 200 degrees. We're gonna try and really generate some smoke inside of that pit. We're gonna have everything catch some smoke for about 20 to 30 minutes. We'll come check on them, and then what we'll probably end up doing is we're gonna bump up the temp to a hot temp so everything melts, gets nice and gooey, and then that'll be it. So I will come and get you here in about 30 minutes to show you where we're at. Okay, it's been about 30 minutes. As you can tell, I'm in different clothes because I took a nice little shower. So yeah, now Smoky Timbers is a clean Timbers. So come on over here. This is where we're at. We have our lactose friendly side and our normal sides. We can see we are catching some smoke. You can see on the Parmesan cheese, it's turning a little bit colored. Okay, we're gonna bump this up to 400 degrees. Remember, most smokers have a spike, so you're gonna have to monitor. Some smokers might go above 400 if you bump it all the way really quickly. Just keep that in mind. So, we wanna let this ride somewhere in the 400 degree mark. We're gonna let everything get really nice and hot. It's really gonna render that cheese down, make everything nice and gooey, and just numbers. Only gonna need to have it ride in here for maybe like 10, 12 minutes. So I'll come back and get you when it's all ready to get consumed. We're ready to dig in. We're ready to taste it. I've got a special treat for you. I've got my awesome camera woman / awesome wife to show you that these lactose-free, friendly jalapeno poppers are good. They look good?
They look delicious.
All right, well, let's just do this. Let's do ladies first. Lactose-free version. Go ahead and show them what's up. Moment of truth.
Yummy.
What?
These are yummy. What?
Okay, like how yummy?
So good.
They're not going to hurt your tummy?
I'll eat all 10 of them.
You heard it here first, folks. All 10. Row, row, row your boat right into my mouth.
So how good are they?
Oh, so good.
Like, how good?
Amazing. We're going to try a little bit of a twist. Normally, this is it. This is the whole thing. Excuse her. She just can't stop eating them poppers. Usually, you cook this, you're good to go. Show up to a party with these. Everyone loves them. I get requests to cook these for people's birthdays. They're great. I love them. They're unique. They're not deep fried like a traditional jalapeno popper, so they have a fresh taste to them. We're going to do a twist today. I actually found some Mike's Hot Honey in my cabinet, and so we're going to actually drizzle some of this on one and see how that fares. That's what we're working with right here. So, for the first time, I'm trying Mike's Hot Honey on these jalapeno poppers for you. See how it tastes. Yo, folks, I think we've just created history. That sweet elevates it for sure. Hoo-hoo-hoo-wee. Man, that's way good. Okay, from now on, add it to the recipe, folks. Put some Mike's Hot Honey on there. Comment below some sides you want to see. Comment below on how you do your jalapeno poppers, or if you got an idea for me, because obviously these are always a work in progress. So, until next time.